Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review by Cinepede Geek and Ash. Today we are going to discuss our thoughts and opinions on a film by the name of Gravity. This film stars actors and actresses such as George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, and I don't want to say too much about the film because the trailer doesn't really show too much, but it's pretty much the entire film takes place in outer space, and it's pretty much about these two astronauts working for NASA. They're working on a satellite, like unscrewing bolts, making sure it's working right, stuff like that. Well, anyways, a Russian missile hits this Russian satellite, and pretty much it causes this debris to fly out, and now it pretty much causes the satellite to explode, and now we have two astronauts that are stuck in the middle of outer space with no contact to Earth. They pretty much lost all their radio contact, so they're pretty much stranded in the middle of nowhere trying to survive. So that's pretty much the plot of Gravity. What did you think of Gravity, Ashley?
I loved Gravity, like, so unbelievably much. I really enjoyed George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. I love, I like George Clooney. He's a good actor in my mind, but Sandra Bullock, I love her in everything she does.
So you liked her more than George Clooney in this film?
Yeah, she's my favorite female actress.
Cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. So what did you think of the crazy filming, the first-person camera angles, and how it would take like 10 to 15 minutes for it to cut? Because, an average film cuts every few seconds, but this film, it would only cut maybe every 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it doesn't really bother me whenever films cut a lot. Or,
Yeah, I saw it as a good thing. I loved it.
If they don't cut a lot, I mean, that doesn't really bug me. I just like how everything looked, the visuals. I mean, you actually feel like, you're outer space.
Yeah, you feel like you're immersed in the action.
Yeah, I mean, it was very beautiful, visionary, and just good. I loved it.
That's good. What did you think of the ending? Did you? Let's go ahead and get a little spoilerish. Well, I guess before I talk about that, what were some favorite scenes? Feel free to go. Say whatever you want.
Okay.
Favorite scenes.
My favorite scene in the whole entire movie is the scene where Sandra Bullock's character is pretty much ready to give up. She sees that there's no hope in anything, so she turns the oxygen all the way off, and she's pretty much just,
giving up.
Like kill herself,
Yeah.
pretty much. And like all of a sudden, George Clooney's character pops up,
And we thought he was dead.
and you're just like, what the heck? How is he there? And he like comes in and gives her a little motivation push, and then she wakes up because it's like a dream. And
Right.
you're just like,
That
what the
psychological trauma that kind of traumatized her almost.
Yeah, and then she turns the oxygen back up, and then.
And that's pretty much the end of the
pushes
film. She
forward.
decides to turn all the lights back on, and you see all the debris fly towards the Earth. Because I was pretty much thinking, she's gonna die. I mean, I honestly thought that when I was watching this movie, I was like, "There's no way she's gonna survive. She's dead." I mean, that's just. I mean, not that I was trying to be negative, but
Right.
I honestly thought she was gonna die.
Right.
But I love the fact that we have a hero, we have a main character to root for, someone to relate with, and I love that about the movie. But overall, my favorite thing about the movie, just like yours was Sandra Bullock. She was great in this film. My favorite thing about the movie, plot aside, actors aside, is probably the way it was shot. It would always take 10 to 15 minutes to cut. I love all the first-person camera angles of how you see from the eyes of her, you see from Sandra Bullock's hands, especially the beginning scene with the satellite first explodes. When she's swinging around. What did you think of that scene? When she's swinging around the satellite.
I mean, you see that in the trailer.
Yeah.
But like whenever you're watching it, full length in the movie, it's like so intense because you're just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I would probably poop myself.
Yeah, I would. If I was in that situation, I would not have been able to make it out alive, and I wouldn't have been able to be as creative as she was.
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
she used the fire extinguisher. That was a creative move.
Yeah, that was genius.
Yeah.
That was totally perfect.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that. I don't know. I would have died.
Yeah, that's as simple as it was. I think I would have died also. I would have tried, but I probably would have failed drastically. But you know, George Clooney was also great. The two male and female actresses, you know, George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, they both work great together. Their chemistry's really well together. You can kind of tell that they have kind of a affection for each other, but yeah, of course they really can't play up on it. Kind of almost like a romance for each other because they kind of like each other, but they can't do anything because they're out in the middle of space.
Yeah.
So I like that about it. The movie has kind of a deep vibe to it also. Like, it kind of has a deep vibe because especially like the moment when she's getting ready to die, it gets kind of sentimental where George Clooney says, you know, I know it's easier out here, you know, it's easier just to die, but sometimes you have to press on. So did you get kind of that the movie, you know, is a little deeper than just an outer space film?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's a little deeper.
Then,
It has like these deep undertones to it.
The moment that I just really wanted to just bawl my eyes out is whenever, I mean, she's talking to herself, but, you know, she's talking to George Clooney's character. I mean, you don't see him and she's not dreaming of him, but, you know, she's asking him to tell her little girl that she found her missing shoe.
Yeah.
And she's talking about how, tell her that mama loves her and misses her. And I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it had builds on its characters, yeah. Yeah. So overall, 1 out of 10, what do you think?
Oh, I'd give it a 20.
20? All right, well, that's our review. I give it a 10 out of 10 also. That's our review of the film titled Gravity, starring George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. Once again, thanks for watching the video by Cinepeak Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to our page below. We'll see you guys later for more movie reviews by Cinepeak Geek and Ash.